We are live, guys.
Awesome.
Just a second.
All right.
Should be able to see it. And I'll start the welcome thing here. I can't see it either now. What is up?
Well, YouTube has its moments, dude.
Says we're live.
Mm-hmm. You are. I'm seeing it.
Oh, you're seeing it now? That's weird. I can't see it on my own.
That's okay. I'm going to share it out here anyway.
Yeah, I'm putting in my community feed right now, actually.
There we go.
Okay, yeah, I see it now. Okay, gotcha. All right, there we go. We got it going.
Hey, Brad, what is...
I can't see the playback. That's weird.
Hey, Brad, what is the name of your store again?
It's Pencil. Oh, the store is Dragon's Keep. The
Dragon's Keep. Okay.
Yeah, we are live, so I'm going to watch what I say a little bit.
Okay, my bad. Sorry.
So, by the way, everybody, welcome. If you're already tuning in, we have some little technical issues this morning, or this afternoon. So everything's going a little bit crazy. So it's not a normal intro. But my name is Brad. I'm Pencil for Life. You are with me today to. Sorry, you are with me. God, I can't speak today. Welcome to my channel. Anyways, so today we got a couple of guests with me. We got Chester, of course. Say hello, Chester.
Hello, everybody. Glad to be here. Going to be fun.
Chester is with me, and we got a new person with us. His name is Troy. Say hello, Troy.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Troy Jeffrey Allen. I'm here representing Previews World.
Yeah, Previews, if you don't know, for anybody out there, they are the marketing arm is the right word I would say for Diamond Comics.
We're the consumer-facing side of Diamond Comics, yeah.
And so you're the ones who puts out like the Previews magazine and all that stuff. Okay.
Put out the catalog every month. We also have, just do some shameless plugs real quick.
No, please do. Yeah.
We put out the catalog every month, and that catalog has been running, I want to say, since 1988. So it's been going for a long time.
Like that. Yeah, it's been a long time. Right?
I definitely grew up reading it, so I was familiar with it walking in. But we also do a weekly show called Previews World Weekly on YouTube, where we kind of do a rundown of everything that hits comic shops that Wednesday. And I handle the social media, and I handle our Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So yeah, say hi.
Yeah,
check us out,
man. Please subscribe to them on their social media accounts. Check them out, things like that. So you're going to be joining us for a little while now, like usually once a month or something like that, with previews. At least that's what we talked about before, and going over new books that'll be coming out, stuff like that. Maybe giving us insights on stuff that we don't know yet, or
for sure.
What I'm feeling at the shop, because I work at the store. So
cool.
Anyways, I guess we're gonna just get right into it. If anybody does have any questions they'd like to, put towards us or put towards Troy, go ahead and throw them in the chat. We'll try to answer as many as we can.
Do me a favor and throw a wrench on me in the chat, please.
Go ahead and you don't have it yet. There you are. And let's see here. Add moderator. There you are, sir.
Thank you.
Cool. Let me share my screen real quick, and we'll get started with previews. Boom. Application. There we go.
All right.
Yeah. So we're going to start with Marvel previews, the Marvel section today, guys. Make sure I am presenting to everyone. There we go. Cool. Just because Marvel has a lot of books, DC has a lot of books.
Sorry, that's me. That's my phone.
It's like, wait a minute, I know that song.
Interesting ringtone, yeah.
Yeah, that's very intentional. Sorry.
No worries. That's from Kill Bill, right?
It's from Kill Bill. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So I want to start with Marvel Day because one, I think DC has a little more interesting books that are coming out this next month than Marvel does. That's my personal opinion. And
I would say don't sleep on Marvel. There's some interesting things coming.
I'm
down
not sleeping on them, but we'll go through it a little bit and
cool.
So let's start with page 1, man. So,
all right.
Marvel's annotated. Anointed? No,
Annotated.
Okay, I got it right. Okay.
It probably should be anointed though, because it's Marvel.
Poor Brad. He's surrounded by 2 writers. It's not good.
Yeah. I'm a dyslexic illustrator. So, yeah. I don't know much about the I didn't read the Marvels when it first came out, so I don't know if you did or not. But
yeah, for sure. Yeah. I actually still own the original books. I think this is really neat actually because it's the it's basically kind of giving you more insight into that series. Okay. And I think people kind of, if I remember correctly, this series predated Kingdom Come, if I remember correctly.
Did it? I thought Kingdom Come came out first.
I feel like it did. I could be wrong about that. I might have to Google that before I continue on with that that thought.
Yeah, because I think Kingdom Come laid the groundwork with Alex Ross's artwork, and then Marvel was like, dude, I need to
should do Marvels. I thought it was mid-90s, and I thought Kingdom Come was 97, but I could be wrong. So,
the first comment here is easy for me. Alex Ross, take my money.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. No, this is awesome.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Cool.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I gotta stop talking over you. Yeah, go right ahead, man. Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say I think this is a really cool thing that they're doing. They're releasing the books individually, issue by issue, like with like additional like behind the scenes extras and details. And this is something that is becoming fairly common now with comics, where they're kind of going back and looking at the classics. I remember years ago they did it for like Grant Morrison's The Invisibles. And this is like a really cool like continuation of that idea. So.
It is, and I love the way he's captured the original Human Torch stage reveal in the original comic. It's very cool. Yeah.
Alex Ross definitely great work all the time. So cool, man. Let's see. Oh, there you go. Another Human Torch picture. Awesome.
And this is not Johnny Storm, by the way, folks.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. That's the original Human Torch.
Yeah, he was an android, right? I believe
that's right. Android. That's correct. Yeah.
It's like Horton something or other. I can't remember.
Yeah. Well, the book I'm waiting for, which is coming out, Conan is back with Marvel.
I'm
excited. I'm definitely gonna be reading Conan the Barbarian, which is coming up. But Savage Sword is also coming out, so there's gonna be 2 Conan titles per month, both coming out twice a month. So we're looking at one every other week. Yep.
This cover is getting me though, right here. This variant cover. That's George Perez, man. It doesn't feel George Perez. It's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, well, these guys get older. Like that's just it is. That's just the reality of it. I mean, it's kind of the unfortunate reality of being like.
Kevin Eastman did a cover.
Yeah, didn't you see that?
No, I just noticed it.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's Kevin Eastman and Ron Garney. Yeah, that Kevin Eastman one that threw me off. I was like, has Eastman ever done anything Marvel?
I don't think so, to be honest. Yeah.
I thought that was awesome.
Garney's cover, it's okay. I think he's doing is he doing the interior artwork?
And we got another Alex Ross cover. Man, he's busy. What do you guys feel about Conan going back over to Marvel? I mean, because look at that. See, there's Alex.
Yeah, that one's sexy.
Yeah. But it's interesting to me because I mean the definitive Conan is Dark Horse, right? And that was just a killer series. So coming back over to Marvel, interesting.
Well, I mean, he started out at Marvel.
I know.
Horse, so,
right. But
coming back home, we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Kurt Busiek got a lot of juice out of Conan and Dark Horse, though, and like, and I think everybody loved that series. I'm curious to see what Jerry Dugan and I think it's Jason Aaron do with the character, though. Did you guys catch the news this week that that he's actually going to appear in the Marvel universe? Like they're doing a short one-off.
I saw that. I don't know what I think about it.
Yeah.
I will have to wait and see how it plays out. But everybody at the shop we were talking about it just yesterday. We're like, I don't know. We'll see. So, yeah, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see what's
very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, it is. So, and then Savage Sword and Conan #2 that cover.
There you go.
That's Pepe Larraz.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Artwork is dope. That's for sure. And then here's a preview of the interior pages right there. So, not bad. A little bit rough. but definitely has that fantasy feel.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, pretty good. Same with another picture there. Not bad. He's eating a shark right there. I thought that was funny. He killed a shark as he eating it.
That's Conan, right?
Yeah, that's
you bite me, I bite you back.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Conan should be doing.
That's right. Yeah.
Conan the Barbarian #3. This is the Barbarian line. The one that Jason Aaron's writing. Will's Portacio cover.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Yeah. Greg Land cover. Yeah, I like Portacio a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. But love that cover right there.
Nice to see Portacio back in the
Look
fold.
at that.
Well, yeah, Portacio. Yeah, he's been doing a lot of Exo Manowar covers lately.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah. So yeah, he's like one of the 1 in 25 variants. So.
That's a great cover right there. I love that.
Yeah, is that Assad Ribic? It looks like Assad Ribic.
I believe it is. Yeah.
So, it's like unmistakably him.
Yeah, but it feels very fantasy, very desert, very much D&D, type thing. So.
All right.
That's what I love about the Conan.
I have someone here asking. It doesn't seem Conan fits in modern Marvel. Will he be a more culturally sensitive barbarian?
I hope not.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible. I mean, just given off of the artwork alone, I think we're okay with Conan. You got to remember, this is still a licensed character, guys.
Yeah. Like, I would like him to see him versus like Magic, sword versus sword. I think.
Yeah. Honestly, I want a Thor crossower like tomorrow.
Oh, dude, that'd be
that would be cool.
Yeah, actually, Aaron writes them both very well. I mean, he wrote Thor great. So yeah.
I was at the Tokyo Comic Con here last weekend, and CB Cebulski was actually talking about. He didn't say directly, but he was talking about some of the new things coming up from Marvel, and there's some interesting directions, he said. And I was kind of wondering if this is one of the things he was talking about.
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
Probably.
Yeah. So next, Avengers: No Road Home. I am personally not an Avengers fan, but it's been an okay add-on at the shop. So I haven't been reading it. Have you guys been reading Avengers at all?
I read some of the Jason Aaron series. I haven't followed up with it completely. No Surrender was a lot of fun though, and this is the same creative team behind No Surrender.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah. And this is actually the book that Conan's going to show up in.
Oh, is it? Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you got Al Ewing, Jim Zub, and Mark Waid. I'm kind of surprised that we're seeing Mark so soon on something new, but well, so certainly you'll check it out. I am an Avengers fan. So it's it's I like to always check out the new Avengers things to see what they're doing, but fingers crossed, I guess.
Yeah.
I like the cover right here where they're falling in. It looks good. Lots of action.
Yeah. It's a solid mix up of creators for sure.
Yeah.
Now,
do you get access to the books a little bit early over there?
Certain ones. Yeah.
Because I know I can download certain previews or certain PDFs from you guys, which is one of them that we're reviewing this week for our show. But
which book?
We're doing Batman. What's it called?
The Damned?
No, the other one. Just we talked about it before, Chester. I forgot the name.
Well, Batman White Knight?
No.
Well, what are you talking about?
The one that's coming out this week on Wednesday. Batman
the Bat Who Laughed?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So there's I download the PDF off your site, so we're reviewing that for the book this week. So
okay, cool, yeah.
Well, Metal was a very successful series run for them. So
very much was.
Yeah.
Is this an every week book? Oh my
gosh. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
wow.
Really?
10 weeks straight.
A lot of work.
That's why they got 3 writers.
Who's the team we got here? We got you go back one, please.
It's on the bottom right there.
Yeah, it's Al Ewing. It's Jim Zub.
I'm talking about the Avengers team. We got Hercules, got Scarlet Witch, we got Vision, and who's the character atop the girl here?
Oh, that's the Sentry. That's the new Sentry.
new Sentry. They went and made the new Sentry female. Why do they keep doing that, man?
It's what's his name's wife? Bob's. What is the character's name? Bob's wife.
So it's a bit of a kind of a legacy type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I wish they'd just make new characters.
I'm kind of surprised that Sentry came back because he kind of like died so unceremoniously.
Yeah.
But, yeah, because he got ripped in half.
Yeah. And besides, how do you have a different Sentry? I mean, his situation is so unique unto himself, right? Why do we have another Sentry at all?
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
Go ahead.
No, it's just like if I remember correctly, the Sentry is the Void was hiding inside his wife, or something along those lines. Like it's a fairly interesting concept, like, but I also am not totally well versed in it, so. But yeah.
All
right. Well, that answers my question. So.
No worries. Yeah. So, 4 weeks, 4 books, $3.99. I don't know how my customers are going to feel about that, but we'll find out.
Yeah, that's true. I kind of wondering why. I understand Marvel wants to put out these beautiful books and stuff like that. Although we'd certainly have certain books that the art is not worthy of the quality of the production. But I'm kind of wondering why Marvel and DC don't like have a sideline of like going back to newsprint and having a lower entry offer for certain fans. Having your premiere books in this format is great, but I think they should think about going back to newsprint at least partially.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I've never really bought into the idea that paper stock is something that people obsess about. Like maybe in collected editions, but yeah, I think newsprint is still an option, but newsprint might also be more costly at this point. Who knows?
It's not actually. That's what
Peter's
doing.
That's right. Yeah, Alterna has been cracked that egg. That's right.
$1.50 an issue for a 32-page book. Yeah,
and they're really good looking. They're beautiful. They're well done. You can do a lot with newsprint these days.
Yeah. And it's a cheaper price point to get people in. More people to read the books.
I mean, I'm not saying
local comic shops too. I mean,
yeah, exactly. And I'm not saying I don't want the premium these beautiful premium formats. I do. Or I'm just saying maybe keep that for your premium book and have some of the rest of the stuff come out in newsprint, and it's a little more affordable because if you're like I know if you're pulling 100 books a month, it's getting pricey.
Yeah.
Looks like Drawn Talk said, yo, yes, Thor and Conan crossover. Yeah, definitely. And then we got
Chip Zdarsky over here on Daredevil. That should be fun.
Yeah, that should be fun.
Message redacted.
He's doing so much better, man. He was kind of being a little bit rough in the there for a little bit, but he decided to get away from trying to be funny because he's not funny at all. Well, he's not, dude. He's horrible at writing comedy. But if you
come across, not funny. Yeah.
Well, he's not funny at all. But when he stays away from that, he's a pretty good writer, and I think he's been doing a great job. I think he's had a great year, actually.
Yeah. He's an amazing Spider-Man. So
yeah.
Spectacular.
Yeah. Well, he had that run where Spidey had lost his spider sense, and that what was that one comic where he's trying to escape the building? That was really good.
Marco Ciletto, is that his name?
Yeah, I love that artist. He's the guy who was doing Old Man Hawkeye.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
He's good.
Yeah, he's very good. Very solid style. Just a very good storyteller. Just an awesome, like, he knows how to depict action. Just a great artist.
Cool, dude. Awesome. Well, I look forward to seeing more of that one. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy #2 coming out. I am definitely a fan of the new Deadpool, Cosmic Deadpool. I love it. I've been getting all the issues for it.
Cosmic Deadpool? That looks like Ghost Rider.
My bad. Cosmic, Ghost Rider. But it's Frank. It's the Punisher.
It's Frank Castle, yeah. Can I just say I actually finished Cosmic Ghost Rider like yesterday, and I absolutely loved it.
Dude, it's like, so much fun.
It's so fun, and like I got to the end of it, and I was like, I read a lot of comics, right? Like, it's part of my job. And there's like certain books I'm like, oh, that was cool. Oh, that's all right. This is the one I was like, I want more of this story. And so
Yeah.
I was so glad to see that this is going to be the new Guardians of the Galaxy, part of the new Guardians of the Galaxy series. So yeah, I just think this is awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely cool.
Mhm.
I love it. I love his character. I love he's kind of crazy. Love he's
Mhm.
trying to take care of Thanos, baby Thanos. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's great.
I love
That
the,
is-
the lone wolf and cub with Thanos and Ghost
In
Rider.
space.
That's what it
Space.
is, right? That's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. Yeah.
But it goes
Um,
so horribly wrong.
yeah. We have Willie Reed over here in the chat, and he's got a fair comment. This has nothing to do with Diamond at all, but it is a question we can field here. He says, "I've had a few new comics have the ink come off onto my hands while reading it recently. Poor print quality. Yeah, yeah. This is the thing that's been going on. We've been seeing this quite a bit, actually. Like I said, this has nothing to do with you, Troy. But well, what do you think about that? I mean, Marvel, it's Marvel. I mean, the big boy, right? So
Well,
what are
DC and
what are
Marvel. When
doing?
anybody uses the shiny pages or the
Yeah.
glossy pages, it does happen. Like when I go through comics every week at the shop, there's definitely a couple issues where that happens. So
Yeah.
it's actually the printing process. It's not having to do with each company specifically. It has to do with the printer themselves, because after they get printed, they don't go back to Marvel and then get shipped out to Diamond. They pretty much get drop shipped over to Diamond for distribution.
Exactly.
So at that point, it's down the printer at that point. It's not really,
I
but they
think
definitely should look into it though. And I think if you email Marvel, I think they do send you a replacement if there is a problem with it.
yeah, they typically do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I think I think that like comics are trying to find. I think they're trying to find new ways to kind of keep up with like to implement new printing technologies, and I don't think that necessarily it always works out for the best.
Sure.
And I think that this is just part of an evolution of figuring out what new printing technology really works to give you the colors and the details and and really, I mean, honestly, like at this point, comics are trying to compete with every high definition screen out there, no matter what. You know what I mean? So there's a clarity that they want for certain things, and sometimes you get bad ink jobs in the process.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I noticed Marvel's doing a series of one shots for the 80 years. Dazzler's one of them. Marvel Comics presents #2. This one I want to read, Ziggy and Silly Seal. So just because they go in Latveria. But yeah, so what's up with the 80 years thing? I mean, I know they turn 80 years this year, but they're doing one shots for them, or
They're digging back into their past, and I know this is something that I know a lot of people like just in general like really wanted from Marvel is like acknowledgement of their like long history, and I feel like I know some people felt that they weren't doing that in the last couple of years, but this is proof that they are, and like I think that they're celebrating their 80 years as a company, as a publishing house. And so they're bringing back some books that honestly have probably been forgotten by a lot of people, like this Dazzler book, for example.
Literally, I have 12 of these or more in my back stock.
Oh yeah,
sitting there.
It was. I remember that was like a big. Was it a trade paperback originally? I think.
No, it was just a
or a miniseries. Okay, yeah.
But my question here would be, why? What do they mean by facsimile edition?
Facsimile edition,
facsimile edition.
Facsimile. Actually, I'm not too sure about that. Like, I saw that earlier, and I was like, "What does that mean?" I guess I don't know. Actually, let me pull this up.
Because a facsimile worries me.
Right.
Because the 80s Dazzler was good fun. I mean, it was certainly aimed at trying to pull female readers in, but it was good fun. The new Dazzler is really bad. I mean, it's really not good. So if this is a facsimile, does that mean that they're taking this original story and they're adjusting it? And I hope they're not doing that.
I don't think so, because it's penciled by John Romita Jr. So
okay.
I think what you're getting here is actually, I think what you're getting here is the original version of this book, like from page to page, so including old school 1980s ads.
Oh, really?
I think that's what this is. Yeah,
interesting.
That would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool.
If that's the case, you can just come by my shop. I got 12 issues. And I'm pretty sure they're going to be cheaper than $3.99. So I'll sell them to you for $1 a piece. So.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, it's
it comes with all those 80s ads and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know if they need to do that then. So the next one, this one looks amazing. Gunhawks. That cover right there sold me out as soon as I saw it.
Wow.
Yeah,
so this is an actual new book from Marvel.
Well, it's
Wow, look at
it's a
that.
callback.
Yeah.
It's a callback to like an older series, I believe.
Yeah, it says on the bottom there, from the 80th anniversary, we've set our sights on bringing some old titles back from the herd.
So is this some of the stuff from the earlier company in the 50s, maybe?
This might be, some of this might be from the Timely days. I'd imagine if it's a Western, it probably is.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. And I consider myself to be a Marvel wonk, and I actually cannot answer this question, so I'm going to pull it up on Wikipedia and find out. No, actually, Gunhawks ran in 1972. It was way into the Marvel era.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
so
I'd never heard of it. It is a good cover.
Yeah.
And also,
honestly, I would like to read a Western,
Yeah.
So,
also, I'll point out that this is David and Maria Lapham. So, like, this is the people that gave us like Stray Bullets, and like David Lapham's done like kind of random stuff. Like he's done like some Call of Duty books and a bunch of other stuff. So you're gonna get a pretty cool kind of badass story out of this, I think, which is also
Stray Bullets was excellent. So
yeah, it was. Yeah.
He did another one called Silverfish, which was just like a straight up Alfred Hitchcock homage, and it was excellent. Like it was great.
Wow.
So yeah.
Well, the only thing that comes to my mind when you say Silverfish is Batman, the Bold and the Brave, and Aquaman.
Was there a character named Silverfish and all that?
No, he was riding a silverfish, and they were like, "Why is you riding a silverfish? It's an insect, right?" And he's like, "Well, it's a fish." It was funny.
Looks like they're doing another one, Love and Romance, which wow, God. I haven't seen a romance book from Marvel in a while. So
yeah, and this is a bit of a robot one too. Yeah. Once again, I don't know this title.
Yeah. This is definitely one from like I think the pre-Fantastic Four years.
And then back to Infinity Watch with Wolverine, because he has the stone, right? He came back with the stone.
Right.
That's how his claws heat up and everything. So we'll see what happens with that a little bit.
What do you guys feel about his new power, his fire claws?
Actually, I'm kind of cool with it. It looks cool, especially when you're drawing it and everything. But I'm kind of cool. I've been reading the book. I haven't hated the book at all. So, I think it's okay so far. So,
yeah, well, those fire claws are getting a lot of hate though. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest with you. I don't think I have a problem with it, but there's a lot of hate going on for those fire claws.
No, I think it's a good evolution of the character, because honestly, if you have the same thing every time, if the same character, he's just gonna be the same forever, you're gonna get bored with the character. So bringing him back, we always knew he was gonna be brought back. We just didn't know how it was gonna happen. And there's a side effect. He has like fire claws. What do you do? I mean, I'm cool with it. So
can someone explain to me where the fire claws came from? Like, why does he have the fire claws? Because I'm still kind of lost on that.
So am I, dude.
Yeah, they haven't really explained in the book why he has it. They're going to in this one. So they should be anyways, because it's part of how he got brought back, what happened to him. So so we're gonna have to wait and see. But it is cool he has them. I kind of like it. So Tank, the good evolution for the character Wolverine is to keep him dead. I don't know, Tank. Come on, tomorrow. He's gonna be brought back.
He's gonna come back. Yeah.
Nobody stays dead forever. It used to be Bucky, but that's not happening anymore.
Now it's Uncle Ben. Like he's the only one.
That's true. You can't bring Uncle Ben back.
Right.
So.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Although I really, really wish they didn't bring Jean Grey back. I really don't like, because the people that are writing, what is that, Marvel Red or Marvel Blue?
X-Men Red.
I mean, I'm sorry, X-Men Red. Yeah. They don't the people that are writing that do not understand Jean Grey at all. I mean, they have zero understanding of Jean Grey. That is not who she is. She is not this bitter, person that automatically takes control of people's minds. She's a very nice, to overly nice person, right? And they just don't get her, and I hate it. I wish they just never brought her back.
Yeah, I'll give them credit for holding out as long as they did.
True,
because as soon as Grant Morrison killed her off, I was like, well, that's nice, but she'll be back.
Sean Diller gave me the system. I love this one. All these golden voices in one room. YouTube can't handle this much raw testosterone.
Thank you, John.
Thanks, John.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Trust me, it was backhanded.
By the way, guys, if you're just tuning in, this is Troy. He works for Previews Magazine. And so he's going to be joining us when we go do these going over Previews magazines every month. So, and be sure to Troy. If you got questions for him, feel free to ask him, and we'll get to him here as soon as we can. So
sorry, my bad. I was just going to tell people who just kept jumping in, like, be sure to check us out on YouTube. Check out Previews World Weekly every Wednesday at 4 p.m. live, and then there's an encore afterwards. So
cool. Yeah, please like and share. Also, if you want to support the channel, there is a donation thing in the comment section below. But cool. Let's get on with it. Old Man Quill, another of the Old Man series. I'm not too sure what I think about the Old Man series. Keep going and going.
I don't like it personally.
I don't know. I'll have to read and see if the book's any good, but I kind of wish they'd stop. Also, I'm noticing like 1 and 2. Is this every week? No, it's twice. So it's
twice a month.
Twice a month. God, I don't know. You're doing a big series already that's 10 weeks long for 10 weeks in a row. And then you're doing another, Conan's going to be twice a month on both books. This is going to be twice a month. I don't know if my pocketbook can handle it. I don't know if my customer's pocketbook can handle it.
Also, let me add another point to it here. Sure. With the Old Man stuff. Old Man Logan, the original Old Man Logan, that limited, what if type of storyline was insanely awesome. It was one of the best Wolverine books they've ever made. It was awesome. We don't need Old Man everything. 1, 2. Making someone look old, giving them a gray beard is not the way. It's not the only way to make someone look old. Old Man Hawkeye, big beard. Old Man Quill, big beard. They look the same, other than the costume. That's not the only way to convey old age, guys. And here I sit talking with a giant white beard that I have. I'm just saying.
I got the white scruff going, so
Yeah. Can I actually? I'll add something to this, and this is just me saying, give it a shot, because Old Man Logan was Mark Millar's book and Steve McNiven's book, and like you said, it was actually left field and crazy and like impossible not to pay attention to. And awesome. It was just awesome. And Old Man Hawkeye is actually really good. And this Old Man Quill is from the guy who wrote Old Man Hawkeye. Now, I will say this much. Yes, they should probably stop using the old man at the front of things. Like this could have been called a lot of different things, but I guess they're equating putting old man in the title of something with success at this point. So we'll see.
Well, I mean, if they're gonna do an old line, they should do Old Woman, Old Woman Miss Marvel, or something like that, where she's in her walker in space and running around.
You're right, dude. The Old Man Hawkeye is actually good, and this, of course, we're going to read it and check it out. We're not going to judge it. My point is, it just is too gimmicky.
Oh no, it is. Yeah. That's kind of the funny thing about comics. Comics are very gimmicky. And sometimes, against their better interest.
Yes.
Now, the next thing that has been popular in my shop definitely is the Age of X-Men. Going back to the days of X-Men, Age of Apocalypse. I have a lot of guys adding this onto their holds. Literally yesterday, probably 6 different clients came in and added all the titles onto their holds. So.
Sorry, I just saw Old Man Jubilee.
There you go.
Old Man Xavier.
I am not happy with Colossus missing an arm, though.
I don't know. I must see how it changes his character, so I'm kind of interested.
Yeah,
because you know he's tough as steel, so he couldn't have lost it when he was transformed. So,
well, Colossus is one of my favorite characters, so you know.
Okay, that's cool.
No, this Age of X-Men thing has actually really got my attention, man. Like it's spinning out of like that disassembled book that's currently coming out right now. And while they're not giving a lot away about the conclusion to that storyline, this Age of X-Men thing really does point to Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Well, because X-Man was from Apocalypse.
Exactly, right.
Yeah.
Right, and it's going to be a unique spin on it. It's not going to be specifically Age of Apocalypse, but it's invoking the spirit of something like that. So,
correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to read it, but I promise you, I'm going to be very upset.
I wish Chris was doing the artwork. Chris Bellaccio.
Yeah, it looks good, actually.
So. That's his cover, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they're doing 5 different series for the Age of X-Men.
Right, just like Age of Apocalypse.
Look at that. That's beautiful. Look at
That's
that.
good, right? Yeah. Koi, is that Koi Fam? No, it's not Koi Fam. I don't know this.
And then this is special that's coming out on Uncanny X-Men 11 and 12. I like Cyclops in the old outfit there. Yeah. Scott Williams did the artwork for it. What?
Oh, nice. I guess they couldn't get Jim Lee, so you got Scott Williams.
Well, I mean, Scott does draw too, but yeah, he's like his personal inker for years.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I just noticed 72 pages for issue 11, $7.99. The customers might not be happy. Yeah, because when they surprise like a $7, $8, $10 issue book on you 1 month, you're like, wait, my comic budget's way out of whack. So
right.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like Rob Liefeld did a cover too. Oops.
Yeah, see, this is the thing, though. This is we talked about gimmicks earlier, and the people have been complaining about all these alternate covers for how many decades now?
Oh, wow.
I mean, they need to stop with it. I mean, I do love the fact that we have some cool variant covers, but I don't know. But see, I'm not that kind of collector, so I would choose the cover I like best and buy that one only.
The problem
but
is,
if you're a collector, it's a problem.
We can't order specific covers.
Yeah.
Because we have to order depending on the number of issues we order for the shelf. So some are like 1 in 25 or 1 in 50. So I can't give all the covers I want to all the customers that they come in, which is kind of sucks.
Yeah, see.
So,
yeah.
But this is the tie-in. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Hulk Marines. I don't know what you think about this. I think it's just going to be some good fun. I've kind of wanted this to happen secretly for a little bit since they had the Wolverine Hulk and then a Wolverine. So I kind of want to see how it goes. So I'm excited for it. We'll see how it goes.
That's great.
This is this is the original Hulk. This is not the new whatever his name is.
No. Yeah, it's the Immortal Hulk now. It's
okay.
Yeah, it's standard Bruce Banner Hulk, and then Wolverine.
I mean, they gave it
Weapon H. So yeah,
they gave a fair try to trying to have that new Hulk, and seeing as they shifted him over, they've given him his own name now. I can't remember what they're calling him now, but I think that'll help him a little bit because he wasn't selling as Hulk. Having him being thinned down and being something different, maybe it'll help him out and it'll be more successful.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. Captain Marvel, I have had no request to put this on the hold.
No,
at my shop.
No. Well,
I know the trailers are out. The newer trailers kind of cool, but literally I've had no requests for this at the shop right now.
Well, the problem with the Captain Marvel is this: they keep putting it out. People don't buy it. They cancel it, and then they come right back with another series.
They've had what?
And it's like
2 volumes in 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah. And it's just like people we don't like what you're doing with Captain Marvel. We're not buying it, but they're just insisting that we do. This is one of the more troubled books, I think. Now this looks a little better on the cover. I like the costume. It looks. I'm not a huge fan of this art, but she looks a little better. But we don't really. this comic is not, this character is not doing well.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe the movie will give it a push. I don't know.
The cover does look awesome. Like I'll give was it Carmen Carrera, whoever the artist is?
I believe it was. Yep.
Yeah.
You like this cover?
The other Captain Marvel one. I actually like this one too. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't care for this cover much.
The number 2.
But this one looks good. I like this one.
Braver and Mightier, number 1.
Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know why they insist on pushing her at us, and I guess they don't have much of a choice because the movie's coming out. It's probably why we're seeing it again. But yeah, this character.
I mean, even the sales numbers on the Comic-Con are way low for all the Captain Marvel books. So
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe they just need to give it a rest for a little bit. But I know they're pushing out because of the movie. And definitely the True Believers for the month they're out are definitely going to be Captain Marvel related.
That's cool because I love the old Miss Marvel. That was it's one of my favorite female
too. They're doing Marvel as well. So
sweet, that's cool.
Yeah. It's interesting to me because like she had a series that ran pretty long. It was by a guy named Brian Reed. Came out maybe I want to say like about almost 10 years ago. And like no one really talks about it, which I think is kind of interesting. But like it was called Miss Marvel, and I honestly think that series has lasted longer than any of the other existing ones.
Yeah, but I think it's when they also too they made her the more sexy type look. The newer one, she doesn't look as feminine as she used to. Way more.
Well,
I would say,
it looks like they're trying to adjust that with these new books. Yeah, it looks like they're on
the artwork, but the last few years they haven't though.
This joke that has been going on with the Carl Manvers thing. It's a fair joke. I mean, because they did make her look like a male. And that's not Miss Marvel. No. But here or there, they could try anything they want. It didn't hit. Now that series you talked about a decade or so ago, my daughter read that and she liked it. Yep. So yeah.
Oh, the Brian Reed series you're talking about?
Yeah, Miss Marvel.
Yeah. But anyways, check out the True Believers. They're always really good. Yeah. They sell a lot on my shop, dollar issues, but they do some really good reprints. My favorite one was definitely the Cable run and probably the Spider-Man Venom ones. Those were great. You can't find those issues anymore anyway, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, it looks like these are more of the True Believers. So.
Has anyone seen a reprint of the Death of Captain Marvel in this recent string of Captain Marvel books?
I have not. No.
That's such a huge landmark one. I'm surprised that it hasn't been reprinted yet.
Yeah.
It might be still available for all I know, but
Yeah, and I really wish they did. If you want to do Miss Marvel or call her Captain Marvel, which is completely cool. I like the way they had Captain America pushing her to do it, take on the name. I thought it was great. But why don't you do that story? Because she and Marvel are lovers. They're in love, and he's dying. That comic you talk about, the death of Marvel, and then she ends up with the powers. That's a wonderful arc, man. Why aren't you pushing that? Why aren't they on that?
Yeah. No, it is. It's actually a really great story.
Yeah, it is. I wish the movie was going to be about that because that would be awesome.
I don't think the movie's not going to be about that. Actually, these Marvel movies tend to kind of
they lie to you in the trailers.
They do.
I mean, do they? You think so? Really? Wow.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they try to keep the spoilers from us the best they can. Sure.
Right.
Marvel does a good job. I say trust in Kevin Feige is what I say.
Right. Yeah, that's how I see it. Trust in Kevin Feige. I feel like, are all the Marvel movies great? No, but when they nail them, they really nail them. So.
Oh yeah, they do.
So Avengers versus vampires. So this will be done by J.J. Yeah. The only thing I don't like is the new She-Hulk. It's the only thing I don't like.
Yeah, they finally explained why they had done this to her, but nah, I mean, because come on now, she's not Hulk, she's She-Hulk. She's a completely different thing. She is, and she's cool, man. We love She-Hulk, man. You don't need to do this. It's okay.
I think the pose bugs me too on this cover because look at her leg back here on the left. Can you see my mouse?
Yeah.
But right here, look how it kind of comes out like that. Like it's like this. It just doesn't make sense.
But it is interesting to me how little the slightest thing will put the fans off, right?
Yeah.
Now, what they did with the Hulk, trying to make her the Hulk, is what they tried to do with so many other characters. The way they were drawing her, people didn't like because it's not She-Hulk. But for me, that storyline. It was deeper. The deeper trouble of that storyline is it wasn't about being a hero. It was about food and sadness.
The She-Hulk.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. Hopefully they'll fix it though, because I've always liked She-Hulk. So,
I think Jason Aaron's doing a good job. I think
he
with
does
the
do a good job writing.
Yeah. So,
Marvel's Avengers Untitled Prelude #3. The other one just came out of my shop.
But now we know what it's called.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
true.
Right.
What do you guys think of that name?
They hinted it throughout the series.
Yeah.
So that got pointed out by Emergency Awesome, the YouTube channel. So he was.
Yeah, I don't.
They've been saying this name for a while. So
yeah. I don't mind it at all. I've heard a lot of people are not happy with it, but I'm like, I don't know why. It's fine. It is the end game.
That's fine. It's the end game.
It's no problem with it. It is the end of what more than a decade, 20 movies. It's a beautiful wrap. I mean,
movies.
Yeah.
Invaders #2, another Chip Zdarsky book coming out.
I see how quickly you ran past West Coast Avengers there. I saw that.
Oh yeah. Keep going. All right.
Yeah, keep running. Yes.
Invaders #2, Chip Zdarsky. So we'll see how it's going to be. #1 hasn't come out yet, so I don't know what.
I love that cover. Sorry, I just wanted to point that out.
I'm looking forward to it, dude. I'm really happy with Chip Zdarsky, man. I'm starting to become a fan.
Huh. Cool. Yeah. It's just I miss covers that just tell a story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love when artists do things and it's like, yeah, your cover's supposed to be like a billboard for your comic, And I just love that it's like, Captain America getting suffocated, being drowned, and like you just sort of like, why does he have that helmet on? It's just telling you a lot of things.
Let's see another ad for War of the Realms. Thor #2.
Oh goodness! Tank Ferret says, "Old Man Blob, the Diabetes Saga, Part 2." They took my feet. Okay, dude. No.
It got so dark so quick.
Yes, it did. Tank is my spiritual animal. Thanks, Never Cold. Oh, that's funny.
Jason Aaron's also writing this one as well. So
busy.
Yeah, he's got a lot on his plate this month. So
he's making himself a cornerstone of the Marvel Universe at this point. It's like it's going to be a foot race between him and Donny Cates.
Donny Cates has a lot of work too, going on. So
and Jim Zub, actually.
Yeah, no, I was looking at who's writing this one. I was like, oh, that's like his third book right now for this month.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, Champions #2. I love this cover.
Oh, look at that!
I've been liking the Captain America story so far. It's been good.
Oh, Alex, man. Oh, Alex. That might be one of the best Alex Ross covers I've ever seen. Look at that,
That's
dude.
great, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Should I get that for a tattoo instead?
Get it.
A tattoo this week. I'm getting Captain America.
I think you should get it on your left butt cheek.
What Mama don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't spit on Superman's cape, and you can't get a Captain America on your left butt cheek.
No, that's true. I apologize.
But that cover, dude, so good.
It's a killer cover, yeah.
Yeah, dude. So, anyways, great storyline. If you haven't been reading it, keep grabbing it. I think the first trade came out, I believe, or it's about to come out. First 5 or 6 issues. So
that's a Ta-Nehisi Coates, yeah.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, it is a Ta-Nehisi Coates, and that's a problem.
No, it's been good. Like
I know it is, dude. I know it is. I agree with you, but he is controversial because he's been extremely racist in the past, and he is extremely controversial, and it's just it is what it is. But you're right, it is well written.
Yeah, I mean, he's writing as the character, which not a lot of people can do.
Yeah, no.
So he's writing as Captain. Thinking about what Cap would say, things like that. So,
well, you know what I'm saying. Good. I'm saying people won't even try it because he's attached to it. is what I'm saying.
Well, I've been trying to change your minds when I come to the shop. So,
well, you know, I'll say this. Like, I wasn't the biggest fan of his Black Panther series, right?
No.
But I think because of his because of his perspective on American politics, like his run on Captain America could go two ways, right?
Yeah, it could.
It could have been like completely awful and yelling at you and telling you what to think nonstop, or it could be providing new dilemmas for Captain America. And which is, to me personally, I was a Marvel wonk, as a longtime Marvel fan, that is the Marvel way. That's how Stan Lee did it. You know what I mean? Like, that's how like all the writers after him did, is like present a problem to Captain America that is not as simple as black and white. You know what I mean? So, and I think that that's what Coates doing here. So,
okay. So I think we're agreeing. Yeah, we'll keep reading.
I agree. Yeah, I'm surprised. I expected it to be a complete hack job. To be fair, but it's not. He is well written. But I'm just telling you, that is a controversial guy.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah. Next, Tony Stark, Iron Man, Dan Slott.
That cover, that's another great cover.
The cover's great.
Yeah, it is.
I have my hesitancy about Dan Slott. I didn't like what he was doing on Spider-Man at the end. So, I'm not a big fan, but that's okay.
Well, Dan Slott, he needs just learn to keep his mouth shut. But he's been, but he's had good runs and bad runs, so who knows, right? You gotta check it out.
Immortal Hulk, definitely a check out, dude. Immortal Hulk has been on fire since it came out. It is a great book.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but great things about this series.
Once you start reading it, you're hooked. So
I'm actually sorry that I kind of like passed on it.
Yeah, I did too. I did too for like the first 3 or 4 issues. And then I was like, my buddy's like, dude, you should really check it out. I'm like, okay. So I started reading. I'm like, so good.
All right. And like my Hulk, like Hulk for me is Peter David Hulk. And so, and like with that comes like a lot of variation of what the Hulk means. And so this idea of like a horror book starring that character is just like very intriguing to me. So yeah,
it's good. Yeah,
it's perfect, right?
Great job, Amazing Spider-Man 15, good all the way around. So I can't complain about it. So
we are seeing some killer covers, man.
Yeah,
Marvel does do covers very well. Yep.
Oh,
there you go, buddy.
What are they doing to me? What is this?
What's this? What?
Craven. Yeah. It's prologue.
Yep. Oh, dude, I love Craven.
That's a great cover too.
Yeah, it is.
Again, I'm just telling you, man, like I miss this about comic book covers, like this idea of like, tell me a story. Like, it doesn't have to be plastered with like, like a bunch of like exclamations on the front saying like, will he live this time or will he not, or something like that. But, give me an idea of what's inside, like sell me on it. I love stuff like that.
Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider. I have not been reading this, so I don't have much to say about it. So just pick a lane, man.
Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider, which one you want? Pick a lane.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. But out of all of the swaps and changes they've done over the years, which is really what's been creating a lot of the controversy, this is the one, Spider-Gwen is the one that makes the most sense, though, because she was standing right next to Peter when he got bit. So it makes sense you would have an world version completely.
Yeah. No, actually, once I actually understood what that story, like how that story came about, I was like, actually, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. And like I said, at the Comic-Con I just went to, I can't even count how many Spider-Gwens were running around that place.
Oh yeah. No, she's
the girls love it. Yeah, the girls love it. Yeah.
Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I haven't even got to read the first one yet, so I don't know what to think about it yet. So I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, I haven't read this at all. Yeah.
I do like the painted kind of cover. It looks pretty cool. It looks like it was painted on canvas because you can see the stitching. So that'd be cool if it's actual painting. But, well, it's a wait and see. So once I get it, I'll do a review about it. So, let's see here. Spider-Man, Deadpool, crazy kind of stupid shenanigans as always. So, yep. I mean, it's been the same for the whole book. So, Miles Morales Spider-Man number 3. Again, I haven't read the first one yet, so I don't know what to think about it. So
yeah, I'm not interested in this character. But then again, I understand the fans that it has, and it's cool. I'm just older, I think.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I mean,
Yeah.
he does stuff well at the shop. You know.
Oh no, people love him. That's cool. Yeah.
Venom. Oh, dude, on fire. I can't keep this in stock. Donnie Coates and then Ryan Stegman's artwork is amazing for Venom. If you haven't been reading it, it's definitely a must read. Grab
I love this. I love this alternate variant cover down here. It's got the Watchmen look on it. Look at
that. Yep.
But you know, double that. It's actually Dave Gibbons too, which is actually pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That's kind of crazy.
Superior Spider-Man. Yes, all the way around. I love the first Superior Spider-Man book. It was a great run. I can't wait to read this one. So
yeah, I've heard good. I've never read it. I've heard good things.
Really? Oh man, we should hook you up with that one. That one's good. That one's way good.
What the the previous series?
Yeah. The previous
I like that previous series. Actually, I love that book, man. Like it was just a nice. Again, like what's an interesting way that we can throw a monkey wrench into like the everyday life of these Marvel heroes, and that was a really great way of doing that.
Very much, yeah. Mark Waid, Doctor Strange.
Blah.
I know not everybody has the best taste in their mouth for Mark Waid at the moment.
Well, that aside, I mean that he now that you talk about people that need to learn how to shut their mouth. That's a whole nother conversation. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about how horrible this is.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about
that. I don't like the cover.
Yeah, I really don't like what he's doing with Doctor Strange at all. And I love Doctor Strange. It may well be my favorite comic book character, and I really, really hate what Mark Waid is doing with his character right now. I can't stand this comic.
All right.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're okay, dude.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the politics on the side. I'm not. That's not the point.
Has anyone else? Sorry, I just want to bring this up. Every time I look at that cover, it looks like Martin Luther King is about to stamp Doctor Strange.
It does. It does.
It does. Yeah.
It just it always makes my brain like pause for a second. Like, wait, what? Okay, sorry.
No, you're good, man. You're good. So Don Slott and Aaron Cooter for Fantastic Four. I've had a mixed reception with Fantastic Fours at the shop right now. Some people are okay with it. Some people aren't impressed. It's like a 50-50 right now for the book. So
yeah.
Also, why does Reed Richards look like Pierce Brosnan?
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He does, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I don't know if that's a Saad Ribic's cover or if that's Bill Sienkiewicz's cover, but like, yeah, it's
That's Bill.
That's Bill. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
I wonder if he was watching 007 or something like that, an old one.
Right. It was like, who I always thought should play Mr. Fantastic.
Well, he did have the white right on the sides for the ear, so
yeah, it's true.
He did.
Well, the only thing I'll say about that is I'm happy that we have a Fantastic Four book again.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. They need one for a while. Killmonger. So the first one came out the other week. So definitely a darker book. It's not bad. I don't know how great it's going to be yet, but it was okay. Yeah. So Winter Soldier as well. Pretty good book. Okay. I love the artwork on the inside. So good. So I'll give that one a shot as well. Shuri, I haven't been reading it, so I don't know what to say about it. It hasn't been selling well at my shop, though, to be honest. So I think I got 2 holds for it, and that's it.
I think it's once again, I think the impression people got without reading it is, they're trying to make her Black Panther, and they shouldn't do that. They should make her something new, something different. Actually, having her as a new character, like we were talking about, maybe calling her Savannah or something. Well, no, Savannah would be cool, a new character, right? But I think people are just really worried that they're trying to replace Black Panther.
Ooh, so Snake Big Goat says Shuri is selling well here, but he didn't buy it. Good covers, bad story, terrible interior art. Okay. Well.
Yeah, it's
looked at it, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, they definitely made Shuri the Black Panther before, but like this series is really trying to. It feels a bit like they're trying to re-anchor her a bit to find a happy medium between what Ta-Nehisi Coates did in his run and what the movie is doing. You know what I mean?
I
even I watched an interview with Ta-Nehisi Coates. It was actually on the Black Panther Blu-ray, and he even said himself, he was like, he had been writing that book for a while, and then he went to see the movie, and he was like, oh, I got to start over again.
So I liked her in the movie. I thought she was great.
Right. And I think I think this is primarily maybe what he meant is like, you know, he kind of made story just very serious, like a very just a very like serious character. And I think people gravitated more to her being a teenager.
The fun side teenager.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And
but
that's what
the chat
is doing.
The chat here is still going on about the old man or old woman stuff. This one is funny though. I have to read this one. This is from PS Melter. He says,
did you? Oh, that one.
Birdcage 2, starring Old Queen, Iceman, and North Star. Actually, you know, he's joking, but actually that might be funny if they did like a team up and kind of did like a Birdcage-esque story. Because I love that movie. Ever seen Birdcage?
Right, with Robin Williams.
Yeah, it's awesome. Nathan Lane.
Right.
Actually, having a team up with those two and having them on some kind of adventure or something actually might be fun.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see. I don't know. Marvel Tales Black Widow #1. This is the second Black Widow book in the last 2 years. So
why is Stan Lee being credited here?
I think there's a bunch of reprints.
Okay.
Oh, is it reprints?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then this is actually not. Yeah, this isn't the actual Black Widow book. The actual Black Widow book is actually.
Oh, it's from Marvel Tales. Okay, I get it. Yeah. So it's a bunch of there's a bunch of reprints in there.
Yeah.
$7.99 per one shot. Looks like there's 4 or 5 reprints. Okay, well, we can skip that for now. Black Widow 2, that's the same thing, I think.
Ooh, I don't care for that cover.
No.
Is that Clayton Crane? That is Clayton Crane. Huh.
But it looks the background's kind of messy. Yeah.
I usually like Clayton Crane. Like he did that Ghost Rider Trail of Tears book that was like beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, so the interesting thing about this is it's actually the Soska sisters, who are a directing and writing team. They do a lot of like slasher movie, like really kind of just nutso like horror stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they've been brought in to do this particular comic, which I think is kind of interesting.
That could be interesting. Yeah.
I don't know what I think about this yet either because I haven't started reading it. Black Panther versus Deadpool. So I don't know. I usually don't like the versus Deadpool books. It's not for me. But yeah. So keep going then. Black Panther #9. It's been a so-so book at the shop. I do like the cover though. It's pretty cool.
The Black Panther #9.
Yeah.
This series has actually turned out to be pretty good too.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Moon Girl Never Dinosaur doesn't sell well in my book. Runaways. Any holds. Yeah.
I don't know why they insist on keeping that book going. It sells so little.
Okay. Ironheart. I ordered no copies. I got pushed 5 copies at my shop, and they're still there. So.
Yeah. No. They absolutely screwed up the Riri Williams. They could have done it cool, introducing a new character, Ironheart. It could have been cool, right? But they screwed it up because she would be a better villain than trying to make her a hero because she's just a psychopath.
Yeah, I know where you're going with. I know. I read. Yeah, I read the first ones in the Iron Man book, but yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, but she would have been a cool villain actually with that direction. They should have twisted her and made her become a villain, and that would have been a cool character.
Or Doctor Doom. So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they screwed up with this character. Who knows? It might catch sometime in the future. But you know, it's too bad if they could get away from the nonsense that some of the writers over there are doing and just introduce a new character called Ironheart. It could have been cool, right?
I agree.
Yeah.
Snake Big Goat says Moon Girl sells pretty well over there. All right, cool, man.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I know every store has its own like demographic around it. So yeah.
Well, that's more of a kid's book, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do think that's kind of like the important thing to remember too. Is like, I always tell people this is like every comic shop has a different demographic,
Yep.
and I'm always hyper defensive of comic shops because like people like to, the Simpsons comic book guy thing kind of like is a stereotype that people go to, and I'm like, no, every comic shop has a different demographic, and
Very true.
that's important to know.
But every comic book shop has this Homer Simpson comic guide, though.
Oh, for sure.
Hey,
Absolutely.
because I resemble him. Okay.
Just because, yeah.
No, truthfully, I love that guy. So whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so Black Order 4 or 5. I haven't been reading it, so I don't know what to say about it. The cover does look really cool, though. I like the artwork on it. As Guardians of the Galaxy, I haven't been reading that one either. It does sell well at the shop, though. So
tell me a little bit about Black Order. I haven't even seen this. I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, number 1 dropped like about a month ago, or maybe about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I have. What is it?
It's essentially about like Thanos's crew of like henchmen, basically.
Oh, okay.
Like what is it, the characters from the Black Swan and the Obsidian, and like like those characters that were originally introduced in the Jonathan Hickman Infinity books.
Right.
And then like now they played a major part in the or a pretty sizable part in the Infinity War movie.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they get their own book. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that might be cool. Actually, I should check that out.
Yeah.
Well,
and actually, that's one I want to.
I may have to check it out.
Yeah, that's definitely what I've been meaning to read because I am curious more about those characters, about more of those characters.
Punisher has been selling well in my shop. It's been pretty good. So it's probably I don't know how decent sales it is on Comic-Con, but it's been pretty good. So solid, definitely steady sales. Unbeatable Squirrel, I only have one person in my hold or at my shop who reads it. I know one that Will Eisner Award, but it's not for everybody. That's for sure.
Yeah, again, this is just another kid's book.
Yeah, but I mean,
I wouldn't call it a kid's book, but
I wouldn't call it a kid's book at all. And also, they took a character who was very cute and quite mysterious and loved, to be honest with you, and they turned it into something completely different. Now, if people enjoy that and want to read it, go ahead. But it's certainly a niche.
Yeah, it's definitely a niche. Yeah. Miss Marvel started out really strong. I don't think it's held up over the 38, up to 38 so far, but. I mean, sales numbers are steady though every month. So
wow, has it really been 5 years of Miss Marvel?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This is another one that's because this started out the first few issues of Miss Marvel were really good actually. I liked them, but they just didn't do it right, I guess, because like I said, when it first came out, I was like, oh, this is cool, this is interesting, new character, but it's just not. I don't like it at all. It's too bad.
Uncanny X-Men Winter's Inn #1. This is one shot, I believe. Yep. So $4.99, 40 pages. That's not bad. So I don't know much about it. Iceman and the X-Men get a special visitor from the future. An older Bobby Drake has come to the past to tell him to give up on being a superhero. But what could have happened that would change Bobby Drake from an X-Man resident to jokester? To more, I gotta blow that up. Sorry. What could have changed Bobby Drake from X-Men resident jokester to a morose mutant? So I don't know.
Who's the creative team on that?
That one is Grace and Nathan Stockham.
All right.
Yep.
Well, the problem with that a little bit is, Cena Grace is not really a great writer.
I don't know. I haven't read.
No, I've read his stuff. He's not a very good writer. Yeah.
Oh wait, he's the one who was doing the last Iceman series, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I remember Iceman #5. I hated that book.
Yeah. I mean, there were a lot of shock to the switch of it, but it's more beyond the politic nonsense. it's just not well written.
Yeah. I didn't like the way he was talking with his parents. I thought that was
Yeah.
X-Force number 3, good sell like always. X-Men books always tend to do fairly well. So
they have that loyal base always.
Yeah. Wolverine: The Long Night, Long Night adaptation. So I haven't read the first one yet, so I'm not sure. Yeah.
This is the one that's based off of that Stitcher series. Like it's like a audio book or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
And so I guess they're finally adapting it to comics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check that out. Dead Man Logan. I know first one just came out. So, yeah. Mixed reviews at the shop from the customers. So not too sure yet what we think about it yet. I got to read it myself still. But there's so many comic books, you can't read them all right away.
That's true. Yeah.
There's no way.
I do love the Declan Shalvey covers.
Yeah,
he's been a favorite of mine since he did Moon Knight with Warren Ellis.
Yeah,
it is interesting, isn't it?
Mr. and Mrs. X, not a big following at my shop, but definitely loyal. So yeah, yep, definitely.
Yeah, I'm glad they're really playing up the Gambit and Rogue thing.
Yeah,
I think
that needed to happen for a while though.
Yeah.
All right,
X-Men 23.
This cover is awful. That is awful.
Yeah, you can't tell what's going on.
And besides that, what is this body proportion? It's wonky. What is this?
Yeah, her head's
that's not
big.
good. Well, and her shoulder and her the length of her body and torso. This is not heroic proportion at all.
Well, I get you.
Yeah,
as
her
an
legs.
Artist, I can see that, but
yeah,
I would move the head down just a little bit and shrink it slightly.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. That's weird because we've been seeing so many awesome covers. I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of sticks out. I get you. Shatterstar. I don't know. It's been a loyal book with the guys we're getting so far. So 5-part series though.
That's Hack / Tim Seeley. Yeah. It's a nice cover.
Yeah. Deadpool. By the way, Deadpool had the greatest cover this month for their comic, Deadpool number 7. Try to find it if you can. Like he's trying to take out Santa Claus on a sleigh. It's so good. The coloring is amazing. So, but yeah, Scotty Young is the writer. So Nick Klein is the artist.
That's a good fit. That's actually a really good fit.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. Star Wars Dr. Aphra. Sales have been waning quite a bit at my shop for that one. Started out really strong. About issue 12 or 15, it started to drop. So, but Star Wars is still a big seller at my shop. I mean, that's probably the most books I sell is Star Wars. This is the biggest and Darth Vader. So by far, but always strong, always good. So I hear good things about the Imperial Cadet. It's actually pretty good. So
about the what?
The
Imperial Cadet.
Imperial Cadet. Yeah, what happened to him? Why he was actually in the
Empire, working for the Empire. Yeah. I remember when I saw the movie, I was like, "Wait, what? Are we leaving this story? I want to see more of that story."
Yeah. So they've been doing that. Like they'll leave cliffhangers like that in the newer movies, and you have to go find the comics to fill in the story. So,
I think this is a good use of the comics for sure.
Yeah. These Age of Republics have been so popular, these one shots.
Oh really? Yeah
dude. I got like 30-40 holds for them. So and I have a small shop, so I think this is just going into trades now. So kids books. Yeah, the kids books, these are the IDW ones we went over last week. So the statues and toys. So let's move over to DC real quick. Change gears a little bit. So let's start off with.
Let's not forget those Diamond Select toy statues.
Oh, sorry, man. There you go. These are the ones, right?
Wait a minute. I'm behind you. Okay. Yeah. These are the ones actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Just some fun things. The Ebony Maw, the Angela, and the Spider Gwen. So. Yep.
You guys do it for DC too, I think too. Right?
Yeah. Not just Marvel. We have like a bunch of different licenses.
Here we go. This one is Heroes in Crisis. That's one of the new covers, I think. Yeah, right there. So, I don't know. A lot of people are kind of so-so on this event with the Heroes in Crisis event. So, we'll see how it plays out. But the first what, three issues right now? One, two. Yeah, I think it's the third. So, it's just okay. Female Furies, though. What do you guys think?
Who was it? Cecil Castellucci?
Yeah.
She did Shade the Changing Girl like a year ago when they were doing that big push for the Young Animal series. I mean, it's an interesting concept, like this idea that the women of Apocalypse are going rogue.
Yeah. Snake Bid's interested, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. I guess you kind of gotta wait till the first one's out, but oh yeah, Heroes in Crisis, Tom King. Oh man, like I was disappointed in his Batman run. I'm not too stoked about the Heroes in Crisis with it right now.
No, Tom King is losing favor at an alarming rate.
Yep. So, moving on, high level number 1. I have not seen anything about this yet. I like.
That looks
the cover.
interesting, though. Yeah.
Let's see.
What is that? That looks cool.
From the co-creator of 9 Inch Nails.
Really?
Yeah, that's what it says at the bottom.
Oh, dang, dude.
Yeah.
Hundreds of years after the world in human society was rebuilt from scratch, self-interested smuggler is forced to traverse a new continent, of danger and mystery and deliver a child messiah to high level, a mythical city at the top of the world, from which no one has ever returned. Don't miss the start of this new series from writer Rob Sheridan, co-creator of 9 Inch Nails. Weird. Yeah. Okay.
It's a Vertigo title, so I mean, that makes sense.
So
something new, right? That's cool.
Yeah, right.
I'm interested in something new, that's for sure. So
yeah,
check that one out when it comes out. Wonder Twins. I thought they were funny as kids. You know, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, this is part of the Bendis imprint. Well, I say the Bendis imprint, but Wonder Comics, which he's overseeing.
Yeah,
it's Mark Russell who, like, I'm trying to place. He did some of the Looney Tunes books that DC did last year.
Okay.
But yeah, he's he's got an upbeat, like, kind of good-natured style.
Some of the Looney Tunes books were great. I
yeah.
love. My favorite is definitely the Batman Elmer Fudd.
Yeah.
Oh, those are awesome.
Yeah.
So good.
No, that Elmer Fudd book was killer, dude.
Action Comics 1008. I haven't been reading Action since 1002 or something like that. So
Jimmy Olsen's in trouble.
Jimmy Olsen, he's getting in trouble lately.
He's always in trouble.
Yeah. Oh, look at this! I guess they're utilizing Leviathan some more, which is nice.
Yeah.
I'm also a big Grant Morrison guy.
Yeah, because they haven't said who Leviathan is yet. They just kind of hinted at him.
Well, I mean, wait, this might be a totally separate thing. Then, sorry, I'm thinking of there's a secret order of assassins called Leviathan from Grant Morrison's Batman run. That actually is the subject of Silencer right now.
Okay.
All right.
But I think Brian Michael Bendis is doing something maybe completely separate. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just one guy at the top of the order. I don't know.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm curious. How much longer do you guys think that DC will actually keep Bendis? His sales are tanked. They certainly can't be pleased.
Yeah. I mean, we have lost some people at the shop because they didn't like the writing of some of the books. But
they don't like what he's doing with Superman. That's what they don't like.
I get it. How long will it take? I don't know. It depends on what his contract is for. So.
I'm surprised he didn't tackle any of the street level characters, but yeah,
that would have been nice. But I mean, Todd or something like that. So
right. I guess he wanted to branch out. So
well, one thing that DC did I actually like is they took a lot of the controversial type of stuff and moved it on to Vertigo. Smart.
Yeah.
I think that's smart, right? Because there is a market, a certain market for it. So cool, right?
Yeah.
So smart business, right? But the problem is, I think with DC is Bendis and King right now. Those guys are turning off fans with the way they're writing things, and that for me, because and I'm just wondering how much longer DC's going to let that go on, right?
Well, if they do make changes too, it's going to take a couple months down the road for them to
True.
really take hold. If they've already started making changes because those sales numbers are starting to come in, we're not going to see anything for at least 2, 3, 4 months.
That's that's true.
So because they have to be that far ahead, if not farther, in their books. Because you got printing, you got post production, you got to work on, you've got to get it everywhere. So logistics.
Yep.
Some of these books are done 6 months in advance, and so unfortunately, by the time they see sales numbers, they're 6, 8 months in. So,
Oh, hey.
There's no fast turnarounds. Yeah. Oh, hey, what?
No, sorry. I'm thinking out loud.
Good,
sorry.
Good.
I got it. I was like, oh, hey.
Adventures of Super Sons #7. Adventures of Super Sons has been a fun run. I would definitely read this.
I've heard so many good things about that, and that is one of those other ones. I'm like, I should be reading this book, shouldn't I?
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
It's a great fun run. You got Damian Wayne, you got Son of Superman, the new Kid Joker. So, it's really cool. So,
people are really loving the Super Son stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
It brings back that child kind of wonder, what would I do if I was a kid superhero? So, Vertigo, American Carnage #4. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to check it out or not. So, I'm just kind of on the fence with this one.
The cover is not interesting to me at all. It's not catching my attention.
Yeah.
It's Brian Edward Hill, who's actually a really solid writer. He also wrote that Killmonger book that came out from Marvel this past week.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah. He's primarily known for his work at Top Cow.
Okay.
Yeah, but this is actually his story about if I remember correctly, it's about a person goes undercover to infiltrate what is the term they use? I'll say white nationalist group.
Yeah, he said nationalist movement.
Yeah.
They say white nationalist movement in the thing there.
Okay.
Of course, yes.
Great.
More politics. Wonderful.
Well, it's Vertigo. They can get
That's Vertigo.
Yeah.
That's true.
They can get away with that. So.
Yes, they can. Yep.
Yep. So we'll see. I don't know.
Now, like I said, I think it was a very smart move for DC to move that stuff onto Vertigo.
Snakebit's like, it's a black guy who passes for a white guy when he goes under. Okay. I don't understand, but all right. Aquaman 45. Aquaman has been very good lately. So I would check it out. For sure, if you haven't been doing it yet. It's definitely a solid seller at the shop.
Really worried what DeCormick is going to do with this character, though, dude.
Kelly Sue has been doing it for a little while now. A few issues. So, but it's not been bad. So, yeah. Batgirl 32. I have nobody at my hold for this shop. At my shop, nobody has this on hold, so I have no clue what to think about it. So I don't know.
Oh, they changed their costume again.
Yeah, it looks like the old school one. Yeah, more old school.
More old school.
Yeah.
See, I didn't mind the new costume though. I thought the new costume was cool.
Yeah. I thought it was really well designed. Like I thought it was a new costume.
I liked it. Yeah. Much more practical, utilitarian. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Batman Beyond 29. Batman Beyond has been strong the whole way through.
Yeah.
It's been a very good series.
Yeah.
If you haven't read, grab the first couple trades. It's probably one of these solid sales numbers books because it hasn't changed. I think the first issue when the Rebirth came out, everybody got it because of the cover. But since issue 2, it's been at almost the same mark every month for sales.
Also, shout out to Dan Jurgens, Brett Booth.
Jurgens, right? It's great. Yeah.
And Brett Booth on art. I mean, these are people I grew up on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a solid book all the way around. So, Let's see. Batman and Outsiders #3. Not too sure what I think about it yet. There's a lot of Batman books. So, my boy Tyler, though. Tyler Kirk could do the cover.
Tyler Kirkham.
Yeah, he's a local here out here. So
okay, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got like a bunch of local guys around me. Ryan Otley, Tyler Kirkham,
Oh, nice.
Sal Valuto. He was the one who taught me how to ink. He did the Phantom back in the day.
Hmm.
He used to work for DC too. He did some Justice League and some Batman books. But his longest run was Black Panther with Marvel. Him and Bob Almond. So
yeah, I was really excited about the Black Lightning TV show.
Yeah,
and it's not
I was
good.
too.
Yeah. Too bad.
I felt guilty just watching it. I felt like I was going to be crime just watching it.
Yeah. Like, it's really unfortunate. I was really looking forward to it. Was Black Lightning, and no.
There's a lot of, I think, unnecessary drama on the TV show, just to make it socially commentary. Right now.
No, that's the problem. I can't wait till we get past this nonsense and get back into just telling stories.
Yeah, I mean, why can't people just treat people like people? I don't understand. Yeah. All right, next we've got. Oh, didn't mean to zoom in there. I gotta learn these buttons. Batman and Man Who Laughs #3. I am reviewing that book with Chester this week, so I will have an answer for you this week.
Oh, it is Scott Snyder and Jock.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, his black and whites, because the PDF you gave out for stores to look at
it's not color,
black and white.
All right.
Yeah, so I like that. So no color, black and white. It's gonna be great.
For Jock, that should be really good. Yeah.
Yep. I love Jock's artwork.
Mm-hmm.
So he's dope. Books of Magic, dude. These have been strong sellers. In the shop.
Sandman, yeah,
dude. So good book. I'll pick it up. Border Town. I don't know anything about this one.
I know a little bit. It's a train wreck.
It's a train wreck. Yeah. Why is it a train wreck?
Because this is nothing but pure social politics. That's it's the only purpose of it. And in trying to do their social politics, it's actually quite racist toward Mexicans.
Really?
Oh. Yeah, it's not intended, but it is. Okay. Yeah, this is a pure train wreck right here. Yeah.
Even Snakebit says very few stores are carrying that book right now.
Yeah.
Catwoman #8. Been okay. Variant cover I don't mind by Tony Daniel, but yeah. I don't know.
I love Joelle Jones's art.
Oh really?
Okay. Yeah. But other than that, I don't know much about this new series outside of it spun out of like the marriage issue.
Yeah, why didn't they just marry them already? Oh my God.
I agree. It should have been done. Now this is Brent Bendis's Jinx World stuff, so
I don't know anything about this at all.
Yeah, hasn't been selling well at my shop. I think everybody's kind of over the whole Jessica Jones style stuff. Which is why it hasn't been moving. So, but I don't know. Have you read it at all, Troy?
Actually, no, I'm not familiar with I mean, like I'm familiar with this line, but I have not picked up any of the Jinx World stuff just yet.
Okay. Maybe I'll grab one just to take a look at it this week, and then next time we go over it, I'll see what I think. So, Curse of Brimstone #11. That's been very popular at the shop.
Yeah, and they're canceling that.
Which series? Oh, Curse of Brimstone. Interesting.
Yeah. Which is because it's been fun, right?
Yeah,
but they're canceling it. It's one of their new things too, and they're canceling it.
They're canceling a lot
why?
So
yeah,
because Silencer's getting canceled as well.
Oh, yeah, Silencer actually getting canceled?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh wow.
I believe Damage is getting canceled too. So.
It is. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't get it.
I wasn't familiar with the other New Age of Heroes books, but I loved Silencer, man.
Yeah, it was really good book. It was a really good book. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand why they're canceling him.
Yeah. Damage, I can understand why they're doing that because it's just kind of a Hulk with, it's a Hulk with what do you call it? Who's the other Hulk's villain?
Abomination.
Abomination. He looks like a combo of the two.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, no. Damage is one of the least interesting in the new ones, but I mean, Sideways I liked, and they're canceling that too.
Yeah, Sideways the other one. Yeah. Deathstroke Arkham, the Arkham storyline. Deathstroke has always been a strong seller at the shop. Same loyal fans all the time. I don't see anybody new picking it up. So I don't know what to say about that.
This is an interesting storyline, like concept wise.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's Christopher Priest who actually did that the Black Panther one that everybody loves.
Okay.
But he also wrote that wild Wolverine Spider-Man story where Spider-Man backhanded that cop and killed her.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what the story is called, but yeah. But yeah, this is interesting because it's about Deathstroke being like put into Arkham Asylum, but he thinks he's there for one reason, but turns out he's there for a completely different one. So, and it involves like him in a feud between Two-Face.
Yeah, because I saw the Two-Face issues last month.
Yeah, it's actually kind of interesting. So,
all right.
Well, Brad, I'm going to have to be leaving here, dude, because I have a show in 30 minutes. So
I know you do, dude. Yeah. So we'll just go over the last couple then, and you can duck out if you need to, Chester.
Okay.
Thanks, buddy, for showing up.
Yeah, thanks, Chester.
No problem. I can stay around for a few more minutes. So.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we're not going to go over everything. So, Detective Comics, always been a strong seller. Looks like he's fighting Demon Etrigan. So, not bad. Variant covered by Jay Lee. Jay is a cool dude.
I love Jay Lee. Jay Lee art is everything for me.
I got to meet him down at Torpedo Comics this year. He's a cool dude.
There's another Jay Lee cover.
Yep.
Beautiful cover, yeah.
Let's get down to this one. I wasn't really interested in Electric Warriors. To me, it just doesn't do it. But Freedom Fighters, not that one. This is the one we're going to review this week, Goddess Mode, by Zoe Quinn. So, number one comes out this week.
The size just across the board.
We'll see.
Hey, I haven't read it, so I'm going to read it.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I'm going to try it.
Yeah. Green Arrow, pretty good all the way around. So, yeah. We'll see. Green Lantern, dude. Green Lantern has been such a good series. All the Green Lantern books at DC. The Grant Morrison one, though, as you pointed out in your show, Chester, when he was writing it, how can you write someone that you don't vision, or what's it called, view yourself to be or understand?
Right.
So,
yeah,
I think this run is probably going to be not the best of the Green Lantern runs, but the regular series has been good.
Well, with Grant Morrison writing it, it's going to be different.
Yeah. I mean, I still have not read issue 1 yet. It's like literally sitting next to my bed. But, I bought it purely out of Grant Morrison.
I like Grant. So
first one,
I like
sales team requests drop off after the first one came out. So we'll have to see how it holds up in the end. So Hawkman, dude, that thing has been awesome all the way through.
It has. It's really good. Yeah,
very good.
And Brian Hitch, look at that.
Harley Quinn has its loyal followers. It's not for me though.
No.
Not for me. But Old Lady Harley hasn't been a seller either.
No.
And honestly, I think this is, if they're going to do an old man book, they need to do an old lady book. It looks like DC's doing it.
Yeah.
But
No.
Hex Wives has been pretty strong though in sales at the shop. So
cool.
I haven't read it, but it's been pretty good so far. So if anybody in the chat has anything to say about these books, let us know. I'll catch up with them here at the end. House of Whispers, again, a Sandman book. They've all been doing pretty well at my store. So Justice League. I haven't been reading Justice League. Have you guys at all?
No. No, actually, I'm not up to date on this either.
we all kind of fail right now. That's all right.
Yes.
Yeah, I know it's a flagship book, but I have not been reading the new series.
The artwork bugs me right here, though. It really does. Like, look at Black Manta back there. I don't know. It just bugs me. Justice League Dark though has been very strong.
Yeah.
I just love that as a concept. I just love Justice League Dark. Like,
very much.
Me too.
And they just did that Witching Hour storyline too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Justice League Odyssey also been a decent seller. This is the guy who did the Flash artwork, right there, the new Flash line. So, been pretty good for sales. Again, Lucifer, Sandman, not bad. Martian Manhunter. Okay, this I didn't like it when I read it. Did you guys read it at all?
No, I haven't.
I haven't read this one either.
Okay. Usually I like Martian Manhunter. I did not like it at all. It didn't feel like Martian Manhunter at all. So
I have a feeling, Brad, that Troy and I are Marvel fanboys.
Well, I'm mostly Marvel too, believe me. But
I
mean, I have to look at a little of everything though. So.
Honestly, I'm in general a fan of comics, but it just so happens that Marvel was the gateway drug. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Absolutely, dude.
I had to learn different when I took a shop though. When I started running a shop,
That's true.
For sure.
I had to read a little of everything or try to know a little. Naomi, I know nothing about. It's coming out soon. We'll have to check out #1 before I can make a judgment on it.
Bendis? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we'll see.
And David Walker.
Yeah. So maybe Bendis just kind of oversaw and David did all the legwork. So probably. Nightwing, not a big seller. I like kind of the gritty artwork though on the cover. Not bad. So yeah.
Didn't they kind of took him out of his element, didn't they? He's like not Nightwing right now.
He's not really Nightwing anymore. Yeah. So, Red Hood and the Outlaw though, it's been very good lately. And his new outfit, everybody loves it. So
yeah, I've enjoyed some of this line.
Scott Lobdell.
Scooby Apocalypse, dude. A lot of people love this one.
This is another one. I'm like, I should probably read this book.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like a zombie apocalypse with
the Scooby Gang, and it's from the guys who did that Wild Justice League series where Guy Gardner got punched in the face by Batman.
Yeah.
What's it? God, was JLI, Justice League International?
Yeah. But it's been a good one. So,
all right, guys. Well, I definitely have to jump. Very nice to meet you, Troy. Interesting conversations
for sure.
Thanks for coming over here and talking with us. There's hopefully we can. We're doing DC and Marvel, the big boys today, but hopefully we can have a conversation where we talk about some more of the indie stuff that's going on someday as well. Thank you very much, and thank you to all the chat. And I got a show in 20 minutes starting, guys. We're doing the news, so later, guys.
See you, Chester.
Shazam, by the way, good book. Check that one out.
This is a new one with Dale Eaglesham and just the fact that it was Dale Eaglesham and Jeff Johns, I was like, I probably want to read this.
So check that one out. Sideways, you were reading that one, or was it Chester?
Sideways. Sideways. Chester was saying he read that one. Yeah.
Gotcha. So one that's being canceled. That kind of sucks.
All the New Age of Heroes. The New Age of Heroes books are gone, or going away, I guess.
Yeah.
Silencer was my absolute favorite, straight out. Although this it's a different creative team. No, it's not. I'm sorry. I forgot that DC's emphasizing artists actually now. That's like their thing. Yeah. So I read I read what I thought would be the writer.
Yeah, there's a lot of variant covers by Tyler this month. So,
Dan Abnett's The Silencer is just great. Like, cool. Everybody should read it. It's just a fun, cool DC book.
I'll check it out. Suicide Squad Black Files. I don't know what to think about it. I haven't read the first one, so.
It's Mike W. Barr. That's another throwback.
Is it?
Yeah. Like, I remember him from like the Legends of Batman days in the early 90s.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah.
Supergirl 27, dude, nobody buys Supergirl in the shop. So I don't even get it in for the shelf because nobody picks it up.
I like that she's like got a machine gun.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Oh like how there's a big squad behind her too.
Right, yeah. She's like going full Rambo. It's like kind of wild.
Snakebit, you read Supergirl. Is it pretty good? Do you like it? Let me know. Superman number 8. I don't know. Again, people have been canceling this book left and right at my shop, so kind of bummed. Snakebit says he does love Supergirl actually, and that cover does intrigue him. So.
Is that? Oh no, that's Ivan Reese and Joe Prado. Okay.
Yeah.
I saw Rob Liefeld. I was like, that's not Rob Liefeld, but yeah. Okay.
No, he's doing a variant. Yeah. So, Teen Titans. It's been okay. Yeah. Not a big seller. The Terrifics. This is another one that's getting canceled, I believe.
Yeah. That one like was came out like later than the other ones too.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
Huh.
I think it was supposed to come out 1 month. I got delayed a month, I think. So Titans 34, that's a constant seller. They've been doing pretty good. So yeah. We're getting covered by Tyler again. It's been so many covers, man.
Hey, good for him.
Yeah. I don't know this book at all. United States versus Murder.
That's a new. Oh wait, well, that's a Bendis one.
Yeah.
I was about to say it's new, but I guess it's already started because that's number 6. Never mind. Yeah. I believe, and I could be wrong about this, but I think this is actually about the Real Life Murder Inc., which was a criminal organization like years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, or at least it's based on that.
Cool. The Wild Storm. I read the first 15. I have the first 15. It's pretty good. It just kind of slowed down for me, so I was kind of done.
Yeah.
So many books I got to read. So.
I'm a big fan of Warren Ellis as well. And it just so happens, Wildstorm, The Authority, and Stormwatcher, one of those books that also got me back in the comics after I stopped reading for a spell. Cool. Yeah. So this revival like had me from day one.
Oh, good. And you like the way it's been playing out so far?
I'm a little bit behind actually. So I'm about maybe this is a solicitation. So I'm about maybe 6 issues behind.
Oh, okay.
But I've been stockpiling them because I'm gonna like burn through them all at once.
Okay, gotcha.
But someone spoiled for me that Apollo and Midnighter do a brief cameo in one of the issues, and I was like, oh, why'd you tell me that? But at the same time, I was like, actually, I'm glad you told me that.
Wonder Woman, Terry Dodd's covers like that. It's kind of a hit or miss at the shop. So, yeah. But I know it's strong overall, so not bad. Young Justice 2, no idea yet. We have to wait for the first one to come out. Artwork looks interesting, but it's an all-girl team?
No, it's a mismatch. This just happens to have all the girls on the cover.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha. And then we're in the collections and stuff. Yeah. All the hardcovers and trades coming out. Then we'll go see your toys real quick. Got to pimp those toys. Yeah. Let's see. Is that one of yours? I don't think so.
Actually, this section might be mostly DC collectibles.
Yeah, I think it is all DC collectibles. Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that because I have a few of those myself. As a matter of fact, I have a.
Yeah, some of those statues are pretty dope.
Yeah. Look at that! Oh, whoa! That nice. There's a nice Wonder Woman and a nice Batman you just passed.
My bad.
Sorry, I'm just window shopping at this point.
Good. Which one? Oh, that one? Yeah, that one's not bad.
Wait, which one? Oh yeah, the Darkseid baby statue is actually really cool too. There was another one before that. That was the. Yeah,
I'm on it. I'm just waiting for you to catch up on this.
Oh yeah.
If you look at the Hangout, you'll see when it's up to date. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, actually, I guess I'm looking at it. Huh. All right. Yeah, I'm looking at the Hangout. I just see the Wonder Woman statue. But...
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. So.
But that's also a really cool statue.
Yeah. Not bad. But cool, man. I think that's pretty much it for DC today. So,
all right.
Yeah, dude. I want to thank everybody, coming out today. I want to thank you for showing up. That was
absolutely.
It was nice of you to come out. Thanks for reaching out to me too, by the way. So
yeah, no, absolutely. Like, my goal here is to I'm here for comic shops.
Yeah.
And like, I really do believe that comic book stores are the community centers for comics, not conventions. Like,
No,
not
conventions are totally changed now. They're all like pop culture now.
yeah, like, not Twitter. Comic shops are where you commune to talk about comics.
It's true, yeah.
And I just, I think it's important to reach out to the shops and reach out to people that just want to talk about comics, because there's a lot of people who don't talk about comics. And, I think that that's a real shame. They're either, talking about movies based on comics, or like, all these other things that have nothing to do with the actual stories themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I just, I'm glad to be talking to retailers and fans alike. So,
I think we talked about you'll be with us the first Sunday of the month to do these shows. I mean, you're welcome to join us if you want to join throughout the week when we do comic reviews, we read comics, things like that. So if you want to, that's fine. I know January 6th, Peter from Alternate Comics is going to be with us as well.
Okay.
And we're going to be talking about what his company's going to be having for the year, stuff like that. So he's going to be showing us some stuff. And maybe a good time, to join us then and enjoy the show. So cool.
Okay, cool. I'm into it.
Where can they find you, by the way, if anybody's listening?
I'm going to go ahead and drop my the link in the chat.
Okay.
But
people
basically,
just listening audio-wise, where they?
Yeah. So basically, what I do is I handle consumer marketing for Diamond Comics, specifically for the Previews World brand. So you can find me pretty much anywhere Previews World. That is previewsworld.com. If you're looking for the website, which features everything inside the catalog every month. And it also has a complete list of new releases. And pretty much if you see a new release anywhere on the internet, it's because it came from us.
Cool.
And we have news updates, and we have interviews with creators, and we also have a weekly show that we do, and we also have a number of other videos that we do. So definitely check that out by simply typing in Previews World on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. It's all the same.
Great. You can do the same for me. It's Pencil for Life. I put the link down in the comment section. I'll also throw Previews World down there as well.
Thank you.
Anyways, thanks for joining us today. I hope you guys have a great day. And subscribe, and we'll talk to you a little bit later. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.